think after this one, you will have a good idea of what kind of things you can make with this type of recipe. So here I've got my brown basmati rice, which I soaked for 24 hours, rinsed 3 times during the day, and then rinsed it in the morning, and then I cooked it. And this has been in the fridge overnight. Now I'm going to make a sprouted buckwheat and brown basmati rice flatbread. Into my blender. So that's 2 half a cups of the brown rice in my blender. They're 125 milliliters each, so that's 1 cup. Half a cup of sprouted buckwheat flour, half a teaspoon of Himalayan salt. So yesterday I made a flatbread with the rice that was still hot, and it needed 3/4 cups of water, but now this has been in the fridge overnight, so I don't know if it's going to be the same, but let me see. I'm going to try half a cup first of room temperature water. Then I'm going to blend that and first see the consistency. Okay, so this is half a cup of water. Okay, looks thick. Okay, I'm going to add the 1/4 cup as well. Okay, that looks better. Now I'm going to bake it at 230 degrees for about 10 minutes, maybe 12. I will see. Okay, so yesterday's one that I made with the hot rice was in for 10 minutes and it was done. This one was made with the cold rice and it was in for 12.5 minutes. Here's a close-up of the bottom of it. If you are going to use all of the batter in a large oven, it's going to take longer, obviously. I didn't use all of the batter because I only have a small oven. And if you want it crispier, you can bake it for longer. It's up to you. You can experiment and see what you like. I'm going to quickly just show you how I cook the rice. I'm not going to take long with this video because it's the same process as the millet, which I showed you in a previous video on this playlist. So I've got 1.5 cups of dry rice that I soaked, and now I'm going to cook it in lots of water. I'll add a little bit of Himalayan salt in case I want to use some of it for a stew or something. I can't find my teaspoons, so I've got 1.5 teaspoons here. It's maybe a little bit too much, but let's see. Yeah, it's okay. 1.5 teaspoons. I mentioned before in the millet flatbread that I used to measure the water when I cooked rice, 1 cup to 2.5 cups water, but I don't do that anymore so that I can flush out the phytates, lectins, and enzyme inhibitors. So now I'm going to just turn it down so that it can cook on low heat. It mustn't cook too low if it's rice, because it goes soggy. It must simmer. In other words, you must see little bubbles. But this is not yet a simmer. This is still kind of boiling. I'm a little bit late with my timing because I forgot. Because I don't normally time how long I cook it. I just check it every now and then. But I just started the timing now and it's probably 2 minutes late. So something like that. And I start timing when I have turned it down after I have brought it to a boil. This time I will put it on a plate and be a good example because I always burn my fingers when I check it. I'm used to it already. Okay, not done yet. It's been 10 minutes. Well, yeah, 10 minutes plus the 2, more or less. So it's about 12 minutes now. I forgot to mention that I don't use parboiled rice because I don't see the point of soaking rice that's already been cooked. So I use a brown basmati rice and it does not say parboiled on the packet. Yeah, because I try I tried soaking parboiled rice. There were these hard pieces of rice mixed in with these soggy broken up pieces and it was just a mess. So don't try to soak the parboiled rice. Okay, I'm gonna check it now again. It's about 25 minutes, more or less. I keep seeing that green thing floating in the water and I don't know what it is. Ah. There, come here. What are you? Ah. Oh, it's like a black rice. I kept looking at it and I couldn't find it. Okay, so it's a black rice. Okay, yeah, that's done. Okay. So I'm gonna put this through the sieve now. Okay. So this time I'm not using my plastic sieve because I prefer stainless steel over plastic, but the reason why I used the plastic one for the millet is because the holes of this stainless steel sieve is too big and it's just gonna fall through. But the rice will be fine. Sorry for all the steam. Okay, so if you have really bad gut problems, you can rinse this in the beginning when you're starting off on the gluten-free diet. But for me, I'm just going to leave it like this because I prefer the texture if I leave it like this. And I'm going to throw this back into the pot so that it can soak up the moisture and dry out a little bit. Oopsie. Don't mess like me. So now I'm just going to let it rest like that until it's cooled down. And if it's just for my flatbreads, I will put it in the fridge once it's cooled down.